Yo bro, I need help.
What kind of help?
Beauty help.
Say no more.
Oh, and yes, there is face. And all of this will be done in beautiful Photoshop right here. And firstly, I needed to actually find a picture of hatless Aoife, which looks kind of cursed. Sure, that him being a bit hatless is kind of cursed, but I kind of like it also. Let's just make this a bit smaller so that I can zoom in a bit better. Look at how pixelated he is. Do I really want to do this hatless? Let me try to find another one. 1 second. Okay, I also found this, which is from the Reddit user Aoife_main, and this were apparently the original leaks. I don't know, but here, as you can see, little good old Aoife doesn't have his hat. Zendaya wouldn't be proud. I think this should work. I can just slide it, you know, make it a tiny bit better optimized. How is that? Oh, good enough. Okay. Now, as I said, I've never done drag. Will intend on one day, once I can actually do makeup, to do drag, but I do know how to use Photoshop, so hopefully.
Hi, it's Trixie, we're back on the channel, and today I am dipping into
I wasn't watching Trixie Mattel's drag tutorial. I don't know what you're talking about. I for sure know how to contour and all of that stuff. So I think the first thing which we'll have to do is cover up his, I was gonna say bushy, almost non-existent brows, and I'm thinking it might be quite a bit of work to just remove his hair. Now, yes, I could reshape his face a bit easier if I don't have the hair there.
I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm bald.
What? Girl. Me too!
There we go. Back the hair. Okay. Let's just start with something simple. Let's cover up his eyebrows. Let's just grab his skin color, like the innards, and try to very slowly go over his eyebrows with this color, hoping for the best. Okay, there we go. This looks cursed. But I did his forehead, I covered up his eyebrows, I also did the upper part of the skull. I think I'm gonna go in adding a bit of shadow later, once I actually have like what I wanna do. And I will have to unfortunately cover up the whole scar around his eye. As much as I love that design choice, I think it looks really cool on him. Today we are doing drag, baby. Okay, apparently I need to spray setting spray all over it, so here, baby, I got you this very pixely matte finish. Matte finish Finimat setting spray from NYX. So there we go. We can put this away, and back to the tutorial we go. So I think I'm gonna skip primer and foundation because I think his face is already pretty beat. So now comes the scary part, the actual shaping. And I need to go in with concealer. Concealer is scary because that gives the shape of the face. So let's go a bit more, I think, yellowish with it. Let's take like this. So apparently we need to go like under the eyes, right here in between where the brows are supposed to be. Under the nose and on the chin, under the eyes, and then bring it back to the brow bone, and then connect it right there. This is gonna look crazy, dude. It's very uneven, which I'm not surprised about. Oh, it looks so bad. Also, I wish this dude were to be real, for obvious reasons. But secondly, also to be just like able to like take this and just like, you know? How do I blend this out? Do I just use the blur tool? Let's try the blur tool. Maybe that's gonna be able to blend it out a bit. You know what? That actually worked out quite fine. I'm okay with that. Now I feel like I went a bit too yellow for his skin. As you can clearly tell, that his skin complexion and my skin complexion and also Trixie's right here are completely different. So I never realized that this was what this right here, what Trixie does, is eyeliner. That's a thick liner. God damn. Let's try to do that on Eva. Oh god. I think I will have to fully remove his eyelid for that though, so... This is so cursed. And this is very like Trixie Mattel drag makeup. Now of course everyone has their own drag persona, so if I were to do someone like Katya or Jade Essence Hall, just to name some, they would have completely different routines and completely different shapes. You know what, maybe I should have gone over a bit with foundation just to even his skin out, because I am still working with a JPEG and JPEGs tend to bleed, so you know what, let me go over with somewhat, trying to somewhat replicate a foundation on him, huh? He looks great. I don't know what you're talking about. I think he looks magnifique.
Bruh.
Let's move on.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
But going in with eyeshadow, I think I will wanna go with this color which he has in his eye. This bluish right here, because Trixie in this video is also using something similar. Now she goes like up here above the brow with her eyeshadow, and then she does like a brow like here. Obviously that will not be that easy to replicate, but let's hope for the best. Oh no. Oh, what did I do? What is this? Eva, my boy, I'm so sorry. This looks like bad face paint. Trust the process, there's like 20 more minutes in the video, okay? Why did I think making anime men into drag queens with normal human proportions and complexities would be a good idea? And adding to that, I've never done makeup. It keeps looking more interesting and interesting by the step I take. This is a mess. Okay, so now she goes on her eye with the eyeshadow. She did this like half oval, almost like a citrus fruit shape. You know what? Not gonna lie, that somewhat saved it. I actually like it more like this. Here comes contour! Okay, so Aoife's hairline and just hair in general is gonna be a bit of a problem, but she goes in with her contour here, and then she does like a bit here on her cheekbone. Let's try. This now just looks like face paint. My dude looks like he has like some kind of weird tiger face paint on. Yeah. Now it's this on the concealer, which drag queens do. Basically just do like a cut right here to like the lips. Okay, I think this is the... Actually, I'm gonna go in and blend out somewhat the eyeshadow and the concealer up here. Okay, you know what? This isn't bad. It could be worse. It could for sure be worse. Okay, now we go nose. It just goes, his nose goes a bit, just a tiny bit. Let me try and somehow make it look as good as a real nose, somewhat. At least I know how to draw noses, hopefully. I gave him a bit of a thick nose, you know, just tiny bit thicker than what I was hoping for, but isn't bad, honestly. I'm not hating it, but it isn't in the middle, so let me just like, yeah, like this, it's more in the middle of his face, and let me just go and fix up the edges. There we go. You know, his nostrils a bit big, but his like bridge is, it's tiny, it's skinny, like his bridge is tiny, god damn. I also want... It irritates me how sharp his eyebrows are, so I'm gonna go in and smooth those out too. Editing well here, and you know what annoys me, which I never realized through the actual recording of the video, is that the right side of his face, the contour where it ends, it's nowhere near the same as on the left side of the face, so it just looks very wonky, and I never realized that through recording it. I'm so sorry, but now it annoys me while I'm editing. Yeah, like this. This looks better. You know what? I'm not hating it, actually. It's not bad. It does look like face paint, don't get me wrong, but it's not bad. I don't hate it. Okay, she goes in filling in her eyebrow hairs on the like eyebrow shape. Oh god. Let's try. So I think I went in more of like adding in shadows rather than trying to do like individual hairs, because I feel like that would take me an eternity and it would also look really bad. So I just decided to go with more of like a shadowed up eyebrow look. Yeah, I quite like it. Okay, now she went in with white around the eyeliner.
Ew.
Does this look any better? Oh, it actually is. Okay, it's starting to come together. Okay, I just needed to trust the process a bit. It's not bad. Okay, and then she goes over the white above the eyeshadow with a pastel blue. There we go. It almost did like an ombre effect, which I quite like. Okay, here comes the actual scariest part. Eyelashes. Oh no. Yeah, okay, that isn't bad. And then now the last step for the eyes is take this, and mainly on his left eye, because that is what is mostly visible. I'm gonna take the white and just do like this. And then I'm also gonna take the black and just go like this, filling it in. I don't hate it. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. That doesn't look that bad. Now I think the last thing I will actually have to do is lips. Okay, yeah, I was right. Lips. Now I've always struggled with drawing lips, so this is gonna be scary. It's not bad. You know what? It's not bad. I like it. Oh my god, blush. I actually want to take the shade from the lips, this reddish one, and go in. Okay, you know what? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Huh. It's not good. Not good for sure. I would actually say it's not bad. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay. Actually quite like it. What the hell? Okay, let me go add in some shadows, and then that's, I think, where I will be ending it off. Okay. Huh. I would have to say I did a decent job, honestly. I don't hate it. It is for sure a vibe, and it was quite trust the process along the way. It's not good either, but I would have to say it's not the worst either. But that is gonna be the end of the video. I hope you did really enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like before you go, and if you're already down there, make sure to press the sub button and the little bell icon next to it so you never miss a video from me. And also don't forget to comment and let me know if I did good. And also let me know, what do you think Eva's drag name should be? And that is gonna be it for today. Bye bye!